Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my most humble pronouns at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Mother Sai. Respected elders, brothers, and sisters, I cordially welcome you all to the 138th session of the Samarpan program on behalf of the alumni of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. Today, we are indeed fortunate and blessed to have Surya Kumari Rao Madam as our guest speaker for the evening. Having been in divine proximity since 1965, she spent more than 3.5 decades in nurturing young minds as a Bal Vikas Guru. Born and brought up in Chennai, she presently resides in Bangalore and belongs to a family of Sai devotees having a rich and long association with Swami. Her father, Sri Kalluri Gopal Rao, spent several decades in the divine presence, including the celebration of his 100 years. Swami guided her father immensely through difficult times at his workplace. His steadfastness to Swami's messages and values helped him contribute with great integrity to the banking industry, and he became the recipient of the Padma Shri award from the erstwhile President of India, Sri Giri. Surya Kumari Madam's marriage into a Sai family only strengthened her bond with Bhagavan. Her husband, Sri Soma Sundara Rao, actively participated in the Sai organization activities. Shifting from Chennai to Bangalore in 1970 opened up the opportunity for her to work with the Ulsoor Samithi, and she also became the Mahila Vibhag co-ordinator for the Ulsoor Samithi. She went through the Education in Human Values training program and gave several talks to educators on Swami's life and message. Her commitment to Seva was in response to Swami's protection and grace that she experienced when she was very ill in 1976. Swami very lovingly said, "See, Bangaru, believe in me fully. Keep away all medicines. You will walk and do all your household work in a week. I promise." Swami's word and grace given through Vibhoothi and Padanamaskar helped Surya Kumari Madam to bounce back to doing Swami's work with renewed vigor and experience his presence more profoundly. Please join us with family and friends for a blissful evening of divine satsang with Surya Kumari Madam, who will share her personal experience of Swami's motherly love that has been so close to her heart.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My father, Sri K. Gopal Rao Garu, was a devotee of Sri Ramana Maharishi. We often used to go to Ramana Ashram, and we stayed at Coimbatore. My brother K. Surya Narayana learnt of Sri Sathya Sai Baba in 1964. My father, a devotee of Ramana Bhagavan, was initially reluctant to pay a visit to Puttaparthi. But as time went by, he became a staunch devotee. My father, Gopal Rao's belief in Satya Sai Baba was deeply entrenched, and my father's cancer was cancelled by Swami and his blessings. In fact, he told my mother not to worry about him, as Baba would take care of him. After retiring from the bank as the chairman and director of several banks, Baba told him to slowly wind up and relocate to Puttaparthi. The move took approximately 3 to 4 years until he completely settled at Puttaparthi Ashram, which was in 1984. Then, at the age of 90, he asked Swami, what should he do now? Baba's response was, you give water in the canteen as Seva. Then, as years went by, he could not continue with this Seva due to mobility restrictions. Once again, my father asked Swami, what can I do now? Seeing that I am nearing 100, Swami's reply was, well, when the youngsters come to your room, you advise them how to live a full life because he fought for everything he wanted to do and never gave up. My father's determination never wavered. I wish to share an experience. The entire Andhra Bank went on strike. Gopal Rao did not agree with the principle that employees who are not matriculated should not be promoted to the higher post, as those employees who are qualified were being at disadvantage. This created a riot and strike. My father, Swami told my father not to go to Delhi as his life would be in danger and to send the second in charge. He further advised to continue with his belief and stick to his principles. My father's contribution to his professionalism and workforce was recognized by the then Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and he was awarded Padma Shri. Thereafter, my father settled in Puttaparthi in 2007 and lived a full life to 103. And after 22 years of living at Puttaparthi, he passed away in 2007. My husband, Mr. T.S. Rao, was also Chingalpet district convener for about 11 years. The factory bungalow at our residence was the meeting point. All the Sevadal meetings and Nagar Sankirtan would be hosted at our residence. We moved to Bangalore in 1968 and he then became the convener for the Ulsoor Samithi for nearly 12 years. My husband used to travel to Brindavan early morning by the first bus. On his way back, he would attend the Ulsoor Samithi bhajans and only come home by 8:30 p.m. This was continued for 2 decades. Swami then gave him a watch in appreciation for his contribution. From Tamil Nadu, our eldest daughter was selected for the summer course in Bangalore 1971 and stayed at Brindavan for 1 month. What is the thing? Many learned speakers participated for the first time, and my daughter was presented an award from Tamil Nadu following her exam. My second daughter also attended a summer course in 1972. And finally, my son joined the Satyasai College 1977 to complete his Bachelor of Commerce. This then gave rise to my involvement on the Samiti and I commenced Bal Vikas classes. I thank Vasantama who encouraged me a lot to continue with the classes. Her sister who donated a lot of things to the children, such as buns, soy protein, and fruits. She also donated a large stove and cylinder for making food. This went on for several years. Then, to our delight, Akshay Patra came into being, feeding more than 500 children for lunch. Any remainder food would also be given to the children for dinner. Many children came from weak economic background and this support was very well received and welcomed. The early years of Bal Vikas were full of challenges, as parents initially were hesitant for their children to participate. We teachers would be involved in going to Rakom Blind School as part of Seva, singing bhajans and then serving food to the blind children. The same was done at Red Cross. We teachers then decided to visit parents and consult with them on a one-to-one basis. One of the teachers developed a Swami's Sarvadharma chart that was beautifully put together and that was very helpful. We then decided to involve some of the parents in values chart, fancy dress, and individual talent, and so on. The momentum was on the upward trend, and the Ulsoor Balvika Center was doing well. On several occasions, we took the children to Whitefield for Swami's darshan, mostly on Sundays. Take a break now. Just have an experience I would like to share. I was waiting near the information office for our children to arrive by the bus. A few children had traveled with me in the car. Already children were seated. I was tensed as our children had not arrived. At darshan, Swami spoke to me and said, "Are they all not your children? They are all one." In one moment, my mind became clear. Like a well wiped mirror, all illusions were removed. I moved forward in helping teachers to seat the children in order. My mindset was so clear, I didn't notice our children had arrived. The children were given roses and we were ready for Swami's darshan. For this course, about 50 teachers were selected, and I being one of them. The, s- the subjects were child behavior, stories, role plays, and so on. The problem was many lectures were in Kannada, and Bangalore being a cosmopolitan city, many ladies found it difficult to follow. But a few of us Andhras and those knowing Kannada put it all our efforts together. We somehow achieved our goal and finished our 25 exams questions paper. It won't be out of place to say we did very well. Where there is a will, Sai shows us the way. In one class, which consists of B.Ed and B.Ed education and mm, MEds, this was it was at Kendra Vidyalaya, Malleshwaram. They could not hear my voice at all and called out, "Madam, please a little louder." Now I turned my face towards the board and prayed hard to Swami, "Please help me, Swami." Suddenly they found my voice ringing in their ears and they told me to lower my voice. In this paper prayer, they scored the highest marks. In another incident, I had to talk in Kannada. Uh, Another time at the same college at Jayanagar, NMKRV College. I told Swami, I have never talked like this, Swami. Please, you have to help me again in the subject and with the teaching aids. I talked as if I was a Kannadiga. Even now he comes to our aid if we call him earnestly. Now my life too is on a different turn. After my hysterectomy, there was a relapse of osteoarthritis, and I was riddled with it. My knees and feet had enormous amount of fluid retention. I could hardly put one foot forward. My father found me in this condition and took me to Puttaparthi. Swami called us for an interview. He was full of love as I slowly limped to him in the veranda. In the interview room, Swami told me to take Padanamaskaram and gave me Vibhoothi. He told me to put aside all the medicines and take Vibhoothi and water twice a day and do all my household work. He told me that I would walk soon within a week, which I did. He also said that I'll be able to do my household work. For this, full faith is required. Another point he made was he would go to our home, meaning his home. I could go on and on. How many devotees have experiences and to share is not easy to write on paper. Even on after Swami's death, since I find it easy to call Swami earnestly and he answers. So this is very true for any devotee who will tell you the same thing. Swami is very much here and now. You all may recall Jum Sai, the educational coordinator, for the Philippines and the Far East. A gentleman came to Puttaparthi for the first time with Jum Sai. He was given a front seat, and when his turn came, to his amazement, he saw Swami seated at his usual high chair. When Swami was standing right in front of him and giving blessings. This is very true, as any devotee will tell you. In closing, I must say that when children return home, mothers should sit down with them and hear their. This would give the parents the opportunity to understand what is on their mind and what is working during the school, and any problems could be detected and corrected. Swami helps a lot in these situations. Our Bal Vikas kids can be recognized quickly. They are very cordial and respectful towards their parents and elders and help a lot around the house. Keeping slippers in order is also a great help to one's mother. Sometimes on the weekend, the Bal Vikas children would bring their friends along. They all understood that after any refreshment, to wash their plates, cups, and saucers, as the children understood that by helping the maid's load of work would become manageable. What parents should do is encourage their children to help them in the kitchen, like cutting the vegetables and doing small tasks like making salads. Once my granddaughter made a beautiful salad with apple pieces, moong dal, sprouts, pomegranate seeds, and this was appreciated by all in the house. This gives children a lot of confidence and teaches them to take responsibility from a young age. Education has also taught me that we can work in a relaxed, happy manner together. I am thankful to Swami in giving me so much, and my strong belief was helped me to give my knowledge to the children over the past 70 years. Once there was a lady near our house, and she used to come here for bhajan. She had a second son after the boy who was born uh, after 3 years. The elder boy. He, now the elder boy used to be very jealous of this boy, his brother, usually, And then the mother was at what to do, she didn't know. Then she told me, please, madam, I have this problem. Then I told her, you bring him here. We'll take him to for a practice. We are doing a thing, and then we can take him. So this boy was included in the drama, and this drama was done in front of Swami, and he was that boy is name I forgot. He went and gave Swami a flower, and Swami took it and had Padanamaskar. Once we had a dance involving about 16 children, girls, and we selected 2 or 3 more for in case some went off for a holiday. And then this dance was Gujarati dance, very, very nice and very good music. And one of my gurus here, Sushila, she gave the practice for all of them, and we used to go very often to uh, the Palavaniketan to have this dance practice. Now, this dance was done at that uh, this was done at what is that place called? So this was done in a big hall in near in Bangalore, but not near Swami's presence. So in that was the best, one of the best uh, dances we have done taken from our Swami came to our this Guru Pravesam for Brindavan cottage. And then the Seva, the ladies did a very good job of putting rangolis and all. Now, my job was to bring all the eatables from Bangalore to Brindavan. So I put all this idli and dosa, chutney, all these things in a nice order, and payasam. Now, we took this to Brindavan, and later on, he all he took everything, and then I offered him sweet, payasam, and when you can see in the picture, he's asking me, you know very well that I don't take sweets after my 50th birthday. But Swami, you have done the Grihapavesham for this cottage, then you have to take no, I said. I was so bold to ask him. Huh? And then he said, okay, for your sake, I'll take now again. So he took that payasam and said it is very good. And then after this, we went into the kitchen. In the kitchen, there was a small another room where all God's photos were kept on a shelf. Then I put a lamp there and said, Swami, you have to light a lamp here. What is this? You're having Swami in Brindavan, and now you are asking me to light the lamp. But Swami, unless you do that, our memory, we'll cherish it forever, something. I told him. Okay, then he lighted the lamp there, and then he came out, and then he threw a jasmine garland at me, uh, and then he said, "You are, you are all that. You will be all right. Don't." I was not of very good health now and then. Said, "You will be all right." So Mr. Rao is not here because he went to his factory. He has gone to his Hebbal factory, and he used to work at Mysore Road factory also. So each alternate days he used to go to the factory for his work. So that is why he is not in the picture here. To me, Swami is as close as is. I always call him, and he says, "Your, you should." He is. Uh, he says, "You and me are one. There's no difference. You are called, and whenever you are in me, in nothing will come near you. Believe in this 100%. When you call me and you are in me, nothing will ever come near you." So that I believe very, very much, which I think many devotees, ladies must be feeling. And when He is in us and we are in Him, what can come between us? Nothing can come. So we carry on over His work in a relaxed and happy manner. There's no, even if sometimes I have to go in the afternoons to Vallabhaniketan for meetings. I used to feel sleepy, but I would go and wash my face and then go there. And everything is forgotten when we are all together with the other teachers. See, that's how it was this many years. And I must say about Nallu Ganapati, who was our East Zone coordinator, used to hang around her in Yogeshwarananda school and other places for uh, rehearsals and many other activities like bhajan singing and all. Now uh, her dramas and others were so much appreciated by Swami. We were all there, and then he used to give a gold chain or a ring or something. Many times we saw him giving that to children to encourage them to do better. And this is, I feel, these are some of the things that I have experienced, but there are so many that I can tell. But this is the more very authentic and very uh, uh, things that come to my mind. We came in 1973 to open the Ulsoor Samithi. At that time, the road in front was very quiet. No Bata shop, no this shop or that shop. Huh? And then he came, and then the children invited him with doing this. Uh, what is this? Some Ganesha bhajan, you know, Ganesha bhajan and all that. And then after that, he was so pleased with them that he showered Vibhoothi on all of them. He showered Vibhoothi on all of them. And Vasantama is the main, she is the main springboard or what I'd say for the Ulsoor Samithi. in not only Seva activities, but so many things she used to do for everybody that I failed to remember one or the other. And that's all. I must thank her for so much she has done. And Sister Sugandama was also a very good, uh, uh, was a very hard-working lady who used to go to city market in the morning and bring flowers, and then that was an activity which they did in one room there. Uh, Jayalakshmi, who is Ravi Kumar, sister, what is her name? Tyagarajan's daughter. Vasanti was my, we used to work together, Vasanti and Vijayalakshmi. Mr. Rajan, who is the editor of this. All of us used to work together, the gurus. And Vasanti was a very good teacher. And then she was so good that Baba told her at our interview for Ulsoor Samithi, do your B.Ed and then I'll take you as my teacher in my school, which he did. Huh? These are some of the people who are very, very, I can't forget them. And and some of the children, uh, we had a very big rally in Brindavan. And for that, I used to, because I'm not very good in rehearsals and dramas and all, I used to be, I used to help them a lot in stitching and mending, sitting in a corner. So in this way, after our drama and all that in front of Swami was over, the next 2 days later, we went to Swami and took a big plate of sweets and all that. And he came near and threw those sweets on all of them and me in appreciation of what. He recognizes even the smallest thing that we do with all our heart and we put it into our heart. He recognizes that, you know. And children, he came to the hospital, Swami came, my sister-in-law Ramani and me and my brother were all there. And then he came in the wheelchair and we saw him coming to my father's bedside. And my father held his hand. And then because his hands were tied with chain, because he was moving and not giving the nursing staff much support, they tied his hand to the bed, you see. So then I felt so sorry to see him in that. And he said, then he called, Swami came to him. He came to our where we were, and he said, still you are having so much of uh, this uh, mamakaram towards your daughters-in-law and daughter. You are having so much. You, sh- you must now think of me only. And then whenever my father asked Swami whether you should call me or my Ramani, he said, don't call anybody. Why? I am here to take care of you. Like that, he used to keep him very happy and to send him Vibhoothi now and then. And at Dasara and all, the Purohits used to come and give Vibhoothi and Kumkam to all the residents. Like this, it used to go on. And Swami was very kind, and this is the last thing that I remember of him. He was about, he was 100, But Swami says, according to astrological this calendar, he was really 105. He was really 105. Felicitation happened 2007. My father died in 2007. This was happened in 2007 only. He died in April. Died in April. So the father, then Swami said, now you are going to have a felicitation. You must get ready. Swami, I don't talk anymore. How can I talk? He said, no, you have heard enough. You have talked enough. Everything. Now you can talk a little for me. So Swami said, then all right. Then my brother, there was a very big gathering because it's a felicitation. Then my father was brought in a wheelchair to Swami, and Swami came near and held his hand, and then Mr. Venkatraman introduced my father to the gathering. And then Swami uh, asked him to talk. So my father had to talk, and then it was really a talk for the students who were sitting there. See how his life has to be lived. Then my father was very, very, he said, Swami, what is this? I am thankful to you, but I am, and of course, he said all about his strong belief and his thing in the Andhra Bank also about the strike. And Swami, uh, and that this talk was heard by a lot of people, a huge gathering, this felicitation. And so I am, uh, is, he said his cancer was cancelled by Swami. And he said my daughter was cured of her arthritis. So many things. Once at Brindavan, I was having a terrible headache. I can't describe it, but I went to Swami and sat. We used to sit in there where a curtain was in the between us, and Swami used to go from this side to there, from there to here, and we used to sit behind. Then he didn't come to me at all. Then I felt very happy. Then I went back again. After some time again, I came back. And then he came in and touched my back. His hand was like ice, ice. And then he said, so I sat there, and at a very critical moments, also one which happened to me as I came into the kitchen to make coffee, when I happened to see a flame from underneath the burner. The cylinder was also getting hot. With my presence of mind, I took a kitchen cloth and lifted the burner to put out the flame. With Baba's blessing, nothing happened. Otherwise, there would have been a disaster. At bhajans that very evening, the garland fell, and everyone was truly happy, knowing what had happened, and felt that Swami's presence was very much there in a flash. One such experience I would like to share, which took place at Puttaparthi during Dasara in 1987. Swami was seated at the dais when, to our amazement, Sri Bose, who was a construction engineer, was involved at the ashram, was seated at his chair, suddenly tilted his head to the left and passed away. In a split second, Swami walked over to Mr. Bose with something in his fist. He tapped him on the neck and made him sit up upright in his chair. Swami told Mr. Bose that he can't go at this present time as there is work to be done and that he must first finish the construction of the adjoining floor in 2 days' time. Mr. Bose became alive and acknowledged Swami. In the meantime, Mrs. Bose was seated by my side and was unaware of her husband's miracle. When she learned what had happened, she just smiled. She passed away soon after, and Mr. Bose is still alive. These are some of the memorable experiences of Satya Sai Baba. I can go on, but I should say now, Sri Sai Ram Swami. My message today to you, the parents and children, is that Bal Vikas education is very important at home and at school. The children are more amiable and understand how to respect their parents and elders. Children develop a sound foundation and also their individual talents are seen by the gurus. For the parents, I urge you to get involved in Bal Vikas activities and encourage their individual talents. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Swami.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer myself at the lotus feet of my Hridaya Nivasi, our beloved Swami. I thank Srimati Surya Kumari Rao Garu for sharing her wonderful experiences and taking her through her Swami's world. Anyana Sharanam Nasti, Swamim Sharanam Mama, Tasmat Karunya Bhavena, Raksha Raksha Sai Ishvara. Hari Om Tatsat, Shri Sai Ishwararpanamastu. Ma'am, in fact, your experiences are like a meaning to the shloka. True surrender and the divine would take care. In fact, your experiences are like life lessons to all age groups. The process of improving the Bal Vikas and how to take care of the kids as mother and how kids have to be involved and being inculcated good habits and how we have to be involved in our life when we are away from our children. Swami's sayings from your life experiences are like listening to the Ashtotram again. For example, think of me, advise youngsters to live a happy life, a full life. Baba would take care. Cancer, cancelled. All are one. He is Anathanataya. He is Sarvaroga Nivarani. He is Prematmane. He is Falapradaya. We are so fortunate to hear all these experiences of yours. In short, I'm reminded of Mother Kunti's dedication to Lord Krishna when you say, where there is a will, Sai shows us the way. I thank on behalf of all of us, the audience and the organizers for organizing the 138th session of Samarpan. I thank once again the alumni of Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning for organizing the session. Above all, I thank Swami for making us experience the oneness through this 1 hour session. Sai Ram.